here. Okay. I want to do generate link. Ooh, I need to make sure I'm not collecting audio from anything else. Yeah, okay. We'll save it. All right. That should be doing it. Nate, what you doing in there? Nate, where are you? Oh, did he go up? He went upstairs. I gotcha. Okay, great. Yeah. All right. We're not taking in any other audio. Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I'm in the meeting. Also. That's perfect. Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Dury.
Hi. I can tell. Yeah. Okay. So your audio is not going to show up on stream, but yeah, that's fine. That's how I want it. That's okay. What's up?
Layla says she'll be on after she brushes her teeth.
Okay. I just brushed my boy's teeth, so everyone's on that schedule.
I don't even think half of our class is awake, so.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting to watch back because I don't want to put your all's voices or your names on YouTube, so
Oh, yeah.
it'll just be like I'm talking to
Okay.
a wall.
They're probably, like, rewatching this. They're like, what is he doing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's okay. I can trim it if I need to.
I hear your kids in the back.
Yes, they're my kids are yapping away.
Is Lydia gonna join us?
Oh, I don't know if they have that link. I might leave them out of it. Yeah, they're my kids are playing with Play-Doh.
Oh. Are your kids like iPad kids?
No. No, we don't have a working iPad even. Or yeah. We just don't do that.
They're very active.
They are.
Seemingly.
They are. They were very excited to go back to Play-Doh. They're just piling Play-Doh on their cars.
I was really hoping that there would be more people because I thought like last no one was expecting to like for you to have
I
a
know.
stream.
I was trying to build up. Maybe I should have posted to social media faster.
Yeah, me and Layla were making jokes about how we could like gift you bits and whatnot.
Right. Right. I don't know what that would look like on Google Meet. Let's see. Oh. Someone is here though. There's more people. Hi.
Are you ready yet?
Am I ready yet? Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit, and I'm just gonna do some math on the screen.
But no.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not ready to play yet. No. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet. This stuff takes a long time. Yeah?
But
Why does it take a long time?
hey, J for J play.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking at the computer, guys? Well, okay, so in order to not waste anybody's time who's going to rewatch this on, are you for real? On a, okay. I'm going to just mark up the study guide as to what is already keyed and what's not keyed. Hey guys, I know it looks like I'm just talking to myself, but I need to talk to some students on here, okay? All right? I'm going to close the door if you guys need to, okay? Bye. How are you guys? I was just telling oh, thanks buddy. Thanks for giving me space. If you guys on Google Meet want to ask questions, you're not live on YouTube or anything. Like, I'm not capturing your, and you can check if you want to on my channel if you can hear your own voice, but so you guys can just talk or put something in the Google Meet chat if you want to.
Hey, Mr. Jury.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Could you explain number 24 to you guys, please?
24. Yeah. Let's see. So this one, yeah? Hey guys, leave the door alone. Just leave it. Thanks. That's good right there. Okay. What? So like, what the notation means? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's kind of what the notation means. Specifically, 25, because I know they're not the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just a little refresh on that.
sure. This is these two questions with function notation. Um, 24 and 25 are often confused. 25 means f of g of x. So wherever we see an input for f, which is 2 spots, we need to place, 2x minus 4. So that thing gets squared, and then it also gets multiplied by 2, and then then we add 3 finally to say that that's all of f but with g inputted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Mr. Jury, do you have your screen sharing right now?
Oh, on
the Google Meet.
I can.
Yeah, can you do that?
I think
please?
that'll work. Sorry, I forgot Google Meet was not doing that. Okay, that should do it.
Yeah, we see it now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So there was 24 and 25. So what? We would just have to multiply all this out. So let me make sure it's not the same. It's not the same one. Right. So it is the same one. So if you get down, it's the one that's posted on the in the work already that's been keyed, but there is some on the study guide that hasn't been keyed yet, and I'm gonna just finish that up today. But yeah, you end up getting this thing if you multiply all that out. Yeah, so any other questions or things for me to jump to?
Real quick question: how many points are on the final?
We're aiming for 100 points on the final. If it's more, it would be because it would help students' grades. I really don't mind making it more because it is a final. So, yeah, that's actually that's funny. That's exactly what another teacher. I don't know if I can put that. Yeah, just asked about. A student was asking how many points. So that's what they said too.
Hey, Mr. Jury, could you explain number 42?
42.
45, please.
This 42 right here?
There. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So factoring the denominator will reveal a common x, and then x squared minus 9, and then 2 factors x minus 3, x plus 3, and then our vertical asymptotes are the factors that I put a 4 there, not an x. Our vertical asymptotes are going to be 0, -3, and 3 for vertical asymptotes. There aren't any holes in this.
Okay.
So I think I've tacked on a couple more rational functions. Yeah, we have some more rational functions in there. And but yeah, those are the vertical asymptotes where the denominator is 0. And it doesn't match. And then the x-intercepts, you calculate that by looking where the numerator equals 0 and there's no matches.
Okay.
Yeah, and the y-intercepts is where x equals 0. And horizontal asymptotes would be the degree. Like compare the degrees, and then after you compare the degrees,
It would be
You have a series of checks, yeah.
yeah, it's like am I correct? X squared is -1, like x prime I guess is 1, and then or wait, no.
So you have degree 0 over 3. So
Yeah.
so that means our horizontal asymptote is like when we plug in a really large number, we'll get division by a very large number,
Okay.
and so we get y equals 0. Okay,
Yeah.
and then student who raised their hand, which I'm not naming on stream.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
So how do you know if there's a horizontal slant?
How do you know if there's a horizontal slant asymptote? So, right, you compare the degrees. So we're looking at 4 and 3. Man, it might be movie time for the jury boys over there. I'm hearing a little bit too much whining. But when you compare the degrees, then you get a statement. One of them's having a cow. I might be right back, everybody. Hey guys, that's enough. That's enough. Hey guys, I need you to sit on the couch. I'm gonna come. Yeah, go sit on the couch. I'm gonna turn on a show. Something that will keep y'all interested. Because you guys are arguing about what? What are you arguing about? Why does that matter? Okay, well, like I said, I'm trying to get my class done. You guys are yelling. You're not the boss, everybody. Okay. Play-Doh did not work out fast enough, huh? Yeah, you guys got bored of Play-Doh real fast. Good. I'm gonna pick something. I know, Lightning McQueen is awesome. I know, you saw it. Okay. Alright, have fun. Okay, sorry. What a silly time. Yeah, I just put on Cars. Anyway, sorry, Jack. Okay, so I think we were describing this one where if we just plug in a really large number, we get 4 over, I don't know, 100 cubed, which if we kept on, I guess, using larger and larger values, then, which is what an asymptote, an asymptote continues to be more clear the larger and larger values we use. So that's why it helps to plug in those larger numbers. I don't know if that helps. Any other questions?
Mr. Jerry, can you also do 45?
Yeah. Yeah, 45. Okay, so this one is, you can kind of cheese this one. Good morning. Just so you know, everybody on Google Meet, your voice can't be heard on YouTube, so don't worry about, saying something. But you could multiply everything by g minus 5 over g minus 5. And when you distribute that to all the numerators, that will divide out that g minus 5. Or you could, which is, to me, that's a little counterintuitive to the way I think. I like giving like the 2 and the negative 4 a g minus 5 over g minus 5, because that makes everything a common denominator, and it just I don't know, just makes me feel better. But now we can see, since this denominator is all g minus 5 and this denominator is all g minus 5, then that will, then those can be added together. So let's see. Yeah, I'll just do this one. But what other questions?
Not really for that one.
Okay.
I got a question.
All right, what's up?
So, what's the work for today?
The work for today is to make sure you've got your project turned in.
Oh, I turned it in last night.
Yeah. So I figured there's no way I can have you all complete your study guide in time. So it doesn't. Yeah. Just make sure that's turned in. You're good.
I can do anything I put my mind to, Mrs. Jerry.
Yes, you can. Honestly, I just need to see your see activity from you today. That's what counts. So you're good.
I hope you have an amazing day. Go throw your kids in the snow.
Thank you. I will. Bye. Yeah, we could definitely move this to Twitch. I don't think that would be permitted. Especially with the crackdown on communication. Let's see. What happened? We're good. Okay. So that's 5g minus 10 over negative 4g plus 17. Yeah, any other questions? I know this block of students probably, you all have, this was the day that you guys were gonna, see my class, so it's a bit unfortunate. I'll say, if you all want to view something that I posted that I think is helpful, I'll get it loaded up here on OneNote. But what's your question there?
Mr. Jerry, I think number 45 that you just did, it's 23, not 17.
Did I goober it? Yeah, I had a feeling I was a little helter-skelter a little too. Thank you so much. glad you're paying attention even when I had to go turn on a movie there. They just go gaga for Cars. I don't remember being obsessed with Cars. I mean, the movie was fine, but I mean just like Cars in general.
Do you think you can go over 46?
Yes. But this is that document that I recommend trying because it gives like 2 functions to analyze, do some work with, usually maybe just 1 function, analyze, do some work with. And honestly, this is a really good format to practice for the final. Anyway, we might come back to that if you all want to see it. 46, yes. All right, with this time without error. All right, so rationalizing is what's required. And everybody knows rationalizing is just, well, in this case, we could swap multiplying by a conjugate and rationalizing. Maybe not in other cases, but yeah, so we picked that conjugate, and since this is a minus b and a plus b, then the denominator is really easy to get. It's x minus, so it's going to be a squared minus b squared. So it's the first term squared minus x plus 2, but that x plus 2 needs parentheses. So one thing, there was a student on here, I think you're still here, but they asked about, yeah, where to go? This question, f of g, we talked about the difference quotient early on, and that's definitely back for the final. It's really important when you subtract in these types of questions to distribute that subtraction. I'm going to post the rational function quiz results today, and that was a little bit of an annoyance even for some really strong algebra students, so be sure to use parentheses in that denominator for 46. So what, we get x plus 4, and then, yeah, the numerator does not look pretty, but really this is as nice as it gets because we can't distribute a 4 through to the square root x plus 2. Can't distribute the x through or to either of them, so we're just going to leave this final answer, we're going to alter it just a little bit. Hello. I'm highlighting that. Get off. Yeah, we're just gonna say that equals that, but we'll get rid of our x's. So we'll have just a 2 in the denominator. Yeah, good question.
And so you can just leave it like that. You don't have to multiply the x plus 4.
You do not. I'll show you what it would look like if you did multiply the x plus 4, which is like an alternative good answer. But it's kind of worse looking. Meaning, I think there's more places, right? There's more x's in this green answer than there are in the, other form. So one might say that this boxed answer is a bit more simple. Because we can't, I guess we could, yeah, it just doesn't look that much better. So, I mean, in the case of like a difference quotient, or like, put a limit in front of this, right? This type of question, with the value, what? 2. Yeah. Put the limit as x approaches 2 here, and you get a question where you've got to find this boxed equation, and then you're able to plug in 2. So that's a good way to view this question. Sure, it's an exercise, but what if it was a limit? I guess you could apply that to a lot of these things. Let's see, what else can we do here on this one? So 42, I think we failed to answer that one definitively. That was the horizontal asymptote. The y-x intercepts, we had none. And then we had, when x was 0, also none. Because this thing has a vertical asymptote at 0 and a horizontal asymptote at 0, so it's not going to have either of those things. Let's see, yeah, these answers are on there on the study guide key that's already posted. But I think some of the ones at the bottom are not. Yeah, 3/5. Gosh, I can only imagine how crazy I look on stream talking to nobody. Oh, you know what? Did I? Good thing I checked. Did you guys catch my mistake on 46? I made all that hullabaloo about worrying about this negative, and I never actually did anything about it. Goodness. All right, let's see what. So 25. 25 is a good one. I thought about adding another one for 25, like f inverse of, I don't know, g inverse something. Let's see, what can we make there that works for that one? So we want, could we do 4? Maybe. Let's see. So G inverse of something equals f of 4. That's a y value that we don't know. Equals g of f of 4. Now we could do that one. So f of 4 is -2. So g of -2 is 10. Sure, that's a fun question. Great, yeah. Yeah. Gonna be going to make some snow people today, probably. It's another good snow. I don't think we'll get lucky later on in the season with good snows. 0. So g of 0 is what? Negative 2. F of negative 2 is 9. Yep. Let's see. I think this key is probably found somewhere too, but we can wrap that one up. We can add this one pretty easily. Do y'all have any more questions or?
Can you do number 43?
43. That's back here. This one? Top right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, I forgot. I gotta do this to zoom in. Okay, 43. Alright, so if it's not obvious, factor what you... Okay, why were you shifting? Yeah, factor what you are unsure of, like what, so you can see what factors lie there. And then once you see that, okay, common denominator is definitely going to be x minus 3x plus 2, multiply everything by exactly that so that you divide away the denominators that exist there. So distributing everything, we'll just be left with an x plus 2 on this fraction. We won't get anything on multiplied to 5, so that'll just divide away. And of course our x minus 3's will divide away. And then x plus 2 will divide away. But x minus 3 will go to that 2x. So 2x, x minus 3, that equals 5 minus x plus 2. There's that negative with parentheses again. That bothered me in our last question, and that bothered some students on that quiz. Minus 6x equals 5 minus x minus 2. So let's see what we get. Minus 5x. And then 3 on this side. Negative 3 on the other side. So now we're worried about this binomial. And looks like we got to worry about where to put 1 and 3. It looks like it's going to be a negative 1 and a negative 3. So if I put negative 3 over here, that wouldn't be quite right. Or is it going to be... I'm sorry, negative... What am I doing? Negative 1 and positive 3. So yeah, it's got to go over here. Mm-hmm. -6, +1, -5. Good stuff. So if we look at 3, the reason why this is a solution only is because 3 makes the denominator 0. It's extraneous. Hello. Yeah. What's up? Do you have a question?
Hey, I got a question about the final.
Yeah.
So is it all going to be multiple choices, or is there going to be first?
It's aiming to be multiple choice. Yes.
And then I got a question about like 34, 35, 36, like the transformation ones.
Okay. Let's go there. 34, 35, 36. Yeah, these right here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like little refresh.
Yeah, right. So a good note to collect for this one or to recall would be if you have these letters A, we could have B. I'm going to try and write them all in different colors. We'll have a -H in here, and then we'll have a K. You can use any function you want. So in this case, cubic, absolute value, square root. You can use any function you want in this series of operations. X minus h can go in there, and then plus k can be the last one. But this will be your hello. This will be your transformation equation where A, it scales the graph vertically. B scales horizontally. Your H is your left and rights. Your K is your up and down. I think this is a really good one to go over, especially if you're taking the final, just because you can describe domain this way. The first unit is a really good one to go back and do. Not just because it's the oldest one, but it is foundational.
Okay, yeah, that was very helpful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for example, we talked about the there's a few nuances in this. Let me make sure this is in the key that we've posted. Yeah. There's a few nuances in this, but factoring something like 35 to see what's going on is critical. So that's a horizontal shrink because that value B is 3. It's greater than 1. Oh, hello, there's more people. And yeah, the value is greater than 1, and that will look like it stretches the graph vertically, but since it's a B value, it'll shrink it. It'll do both. It'll look the same. And it's left 2 units instead of left 6. Yeah.
And then would the function be absolute value?
Yes, it'd be absolute value.
Yeah, Thank you. I gotta go. This was super helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great rest of your day.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't know if I said this already, but I'm trying not to say names so that you all don't show up on YouTube since you didn't, sign up to be on YouTube this morning. I might change the video around and yeah, maybe I won't even post it. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys, your voices aren't even on YouTube, so you can say what you want. I'm trying to think. Let's see what else is on here that we can take care of. Yeah. I think we were on this section. I wish I had a stylus for this computer. It's a bit awkward. So that's g of -1. Okay, so what, 8? Are you guys gonna go outside today?
Yeah, I have to volunteer later today in downtown.
Oh, Salvation Army?
No, not again. Thank God. Well, apparently they're still having like this run. So I'm passing out hot chocolate while people are running in the snow in downtown.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Wow. That's great.
A little chilly.
Who's running in the snow downtown?
Runners are crazy. You should ask Mr. Homer.
But well, hold on. There's an actual event today?
Yeah, it's in downtown.
What?
You should pull up Mr. Jury. I think it's just like if you're there, they'll like. I think they're selling stuff.
If my boys need entertainment, that might be a thing. Run down December. Huh.
It's called like a Skechers hot chocolate run.
Yeah, I see that.
It's at the Slugger Field.
That's crazy. Wait, it's supposed to be tomorrow. Wait, is that what you said? Or
It says, oh, well then I might be preparing for it.
oh, okay.
Because I just signed up to volunteer for it.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Oh, what do we got here? Well, I graded everybody's rational function quizzes. I'm going to enter those. Figured it would be better to have a...
Are they on Infinite Campus now?
They're not, no. They're not. I was thinking about doing that on stream, but I'm not doing that on stream. I need to add the curve to it still, but they were pretty good, all things considered. That kind of quiz was like, sure there were a couple of technical parts, but a lot of it was if you knew what to do with the factors, you were okay. So it was more, what do you do with what you find? Where am I? What am I doing? -5. Yeah, so what do you guys do if school gets called off early? Is it just like, oh, well, I'm staying up late now? Or is it just like business as usual?
It just gives you the same.
The same.
I stay up late, and then I wake up late, and then I do my work late.
They're kind of like evil for implementing that plan where it's like you have to turn stuff in by 3 to like mark as you're present.
Mm.
Cause Madam
So, like,
Johnson, Madam Johnson like gives us like an hour and a half of work when it's NPI, and it's like non-assisted work, and I'm so lost.
Mm.
And then like we'll get into class, and obviously you turn in the assignment, and then you go into class, the next class, and she'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a mini quiz on what we learned during NTI, and I said, I literally failed that quiz. Like,
Mm.
there's no coming back.
That's all right, Sonny. I agree with you.
Is that. Wait, that's French?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really bad at French, so yeah.
Are you both in French?
No, Layla's in Spanish.
Okay.
But like she's heard the horrors about that class. I rant to her about it like every day.
I see. Yeah, I don't know what other. I haven't really heard much of. I know the math department is pretty hard and fast about. If you don't do it, you're just. I can't count you here, and then. But I don't think, from what I've heard, there's a whole lot being assigned from the math world.
Wait,
Mr. J, can you do number 39?
Okay, Layla, just interrupt me, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
39. Is that right? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this question on the chat on limit notation is f of x when an x value approaches an x value, the same of that x value. Number 6. What the? Okay. So number 6 is f of x when an x value approaches an x value the same as the function of that x value. I think you may have to clarify because there's a lot of things that I could say. So I don't know if your microphone works, but if you're saying is the y value is what y value the function approaches the same as the value of the y value, not always. The value of the function, it's not always true because the limit can describe what's supposed to be there. So like for example, I know you guys just asked a question, so I'll get to that, but this one is maybe a little bit faster. 1 to the left would be 3. 1 to the right would be -1. So, but if we asked about what's happening at 1, that's a distinct value that's described by a point. So, whereas at -1, there's nothing there, so we say undefined. And then as we approach -1 from its left and from its right, we go to the same y value, so there's agreement between the left and right, so we can say 1. And then -2, it's a continuous location of this curve, so we can say whatever the y value is, so 2. 39. What was your question that the other student rudely cut you off with?
I was just gonna ask if like anything we did on the project would be on the test.
It's a good question. Besides generic and behavior ideas, no, not a. There's not an average cost equation you have to analyze or anything like that. No.
Okay, because I remember at the start of the year we learned something with like n, and it's like I forgot what it was, like an equation, and we had to like convert how much it was, like time and money, and we used n and t or something like that.
N and T. I don't remember.
Well, it's not on the test, so it'll be okay.
I guess not. Yeah, guess not. Let's see. So, I think this question, it looks like we might be guaranteed another 0, but it's definitely not guaranteed because all of these terms don't have a common value of x. So it looks like the only value we can find is this -3. So we have at least 1 0, and we can say that by 9/7, the factors of 9 over the factors of 7, 9/7, and these are all plus or minus, but 9/7, 3/7, 9, 3, 1, yeah, plus or minus of all those things. It looks like, yeah, -3 is okay being here. So what? Synthetic division, -3 gets divided away. We'll get a cubic thing, and cubic polynomials, they should, well, they'll have 4 terms usually, and maybe that's factorable. So what's that, 3? Looking good so far. Looks like we have at least, yeah, what's this? 63. So then that's 3. And then, yay, we get -9. Great. Multiplied outright. Looks like we will get a factorable equation. So 7x to the 3rd -x squared minus 21x plus 3. GCF. X squared comes out. Looks like I'm gonna skip a step here. -3 is gonna also be coming out, and we'll be left with 7x minus 1. So it looks like these factors, or these zeros, this one is our 1/7 from the right-hand factor, and then I've got a -√3 and a +√3. And that one's the -3 we already know about. So it matches. Oh. Sorry, I just saw the other message. That's what I was talking about. We still, for the limit question, do we still count the filled in dot, even though it's not part of the function? Yes, we do. So this would be a piecewise function. Like, sure, we can't use one curve to describe where that dot exists, but a function doesn't have to be defined by a single piece. So it, yeah, that dot on 1, -2, it has every right being there on that graph. Like, so like the function of 1 being -2. Yeah, yeah. Like it's gotta be there. Yeah, it's gotta be considered if we ask about f of 1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tricky when we're used to continuous math, meaning things that don't have breaks in them, and then we start breaking those pieces apart. So, like, I guess in some ways, statistics is a good connection. Eventually, once you're comfortable breaking things apart into discrete sections. What's up? What's your question?
Wait, I forgot what the little like plus and minuses like on A, like right next to one it has the
Yeah,
where the exponent is. What does that mean again? Like if it's negative or positive?
that right. So negative means the left side of 1. So where's the left side of 1? I mean, we can look right along the left hand side. So the left side is coming from the negative section and headed towards the left side of 1. So we would say we use this piece to describe the left side of 1, and it terminates, that piece ends at what looks like 3. So that's why we say 3.
Oh, okay. So then if it like was like x is 1, but if it had like a positive sign, then like would it be like -2? Or what like
You mean like if like in this one, right? Where it says x approaches 1 from the right? Is that what you mean?
yeah, is it just negative like 1 like according to the y, like the y of it?
It's because you're following the function's curve where it's continuous. So I guess that's where limits, that's why we talked about continuity so much, is limits can really only function if we have something to follow. So like we can just completely ignore this displaced point, and we can follow from the right side, get really close to the right side of 1, and that's why we get -1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what else we added in here. Yeah, I might do some of these. Slope of the function, so difference quotient questions. Yeah. Sure. Let's see. So our difference quotient is asking for just use x plus h in for your x input. But when it calls for f of x, it wants you to place f of x plus h. It wants you to place x plus h everywhere you see a location for that. And then minus f of x needs to be everything that's written. What? And then what we've got, division by h. So yeah, we would like to get this expression to a point where we don't have division by h. So we can, multiply everything out, get our 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 4x minus 4h minus 3x squared plus 4x, so that we can cancel everything and we have all that divided by, line back, by h, and then we'll be canceling our negative 4x, our positive 4x, our, what else we got, negative 3x squared and positive 3x squared, and everything that should be left over has an h in it. So this h divides, one of these divides away, this one divides, so by, with that h in the denominator. So 6x plus 3h minus 4 is what the slope of the secant line looks like.
Wait, how'd you get rid of all the x's? Because is there like not a x in the denominator to like be able to do that?
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at something. We got rid of the x's because we were just combining like terms, so the positive 3x squared and the negative 3x squared could just add together. Is that what you mean?
Oh, okay. It makes so much more sense now. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I was like lost. I was like, how'd you get rid of all the x's?
Yeah, that's how. So that one was the harder of the two because there's multiple inputs. B is actually pretty quick. Forgot my. I wonder if I could silence notifications there for a second. Yeah. So let's see. Minus, and that's a bit tricky. Sorry, I'm writing in red because we have a minus a binomial again with a negative in it. And then what? That's all divided by h. So yeah, same way we'll get negative 5x minus 5h plus 1 plus 5x minus 1. Everything that doesn't have an h has to go. Negative 5x, positive 5x, positive 1, negative 1. It's not just that it has to go, it's that it will go, of course. But if you're finding that it doesn't, it means, yeah, just double check. So then what? The h's now can divide away. So negative 5. Oh. Yeah. It's a good question to add in there too. Forgot what that pen did. Wait, are you guys both art students? I don't think you both are. I know one of you is.
No, I'm in MS2.
Okay, okay. So that's science fair.
Oh yeah, that's rough. I turned in an assignment that was like freaking 4 weeks late.
Mmm.
But I mean, I'm passing, so.
Goodness.
Science fair is like a pass or fail thing. So as long as you get above like a cumulative, like above a 60 on all the like assignments points added together and averaged, then like you're good, you know.
So who's your science teacher?
Um, Dr. Newhouse, I guess.
Okay.
It feels kind of weird calling her that because I've always known as Miss Newhouse, but yeah.
Yeah.
She has her graduation today, and then it snowed. Um, there's two paths for science fair. You can do competitive and you can do non-competitive. I'm a junior right now, and I did non-competitive freshman and sophomore year. But my junior year, I was like, I found something I was like really passionate in, and I thought was cool. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll do competitive for this because like I'm willing to put more work instead of like kind of BSing it with a random topic, you know.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So, um, I will say so far, like there's more assignments on competitive, but that's also because like it depends on how far you get in the competition in March, because like if you get like if you make it past manual science fair, which is like we have so many students from our school, we have like a manual science fair, and then when you pass that you go to regionals, and then when you pass regionals, um that's or no, you go state and then regionals, and then where it really gets competitive is kind of international, and we every year we have like multiple students go to international, which is pretty cool, I would say.
Yeah.
um so yeah, it's really competitive, and if you like even make it to regionals, like you're gonna get so many scholarships, like it's kind of insane.
Mm. That's yeah, I remember doing science fair and it was a lot
Wait,
at
you were
Ballard.
in MST when you were at
Uh
manual?
no, Ballard had science fair and it was funnily enough the teachers, Miss Polevchek and Miss Hafel. I don't know if you've heard of Miss Hafel, because she used to be at Manual. Does that work? What did I just do?
Is she the old teacher for physics?
No. Miss Hafel is retired, but she yeah, she and Miss Polevchek they ran the science fair at Ballard, so yeah, in a way, I went through the same kind of program that MST was put through. It's definitely a bit more rigorous at Manual because you'll have to do it for 3 years.
Yeah, it's only 3 years
Yeah.
that it's mandatory, and then sometimes seniors do them. Like it's not encouraged to, because if you're a senior and then you're like competing a junior for like like to win a competition, like people will kind of look down on you. But like if you find something, or you're like continuing a project from last year or something, then and like you know place, that's like really cool. I don't know if you know him, but I think his name was like Jill or Julian. Last year he like was a senior and he went to international because he created this robotic arm. It
Whoa.
was, yeah, it was really cool.
Just created one. No problem.
Yeah. Um so yeah, they're pretty, it's kind of crazy. There's been like a couple scandals like every now and then. Like my
Yeah.
year, yeah, like my freshman year there were scandals in science fair. It's like all really crazy. Like I'm not going to name drop, but like some
That's good.
people at our school, their parents are the basically owners or like co-owner of Science Fair, and so coincidentally, this person has been to Science Fair International every single year.
Oh my.
But yeah,
I
it's
didn't
like
know you could own Science Fair.
yeah, um, it's kind of like a nonprofit, but people who like co-own nonprofits are really rich, you know.
Sure.
So it's kind of, I don't know. There's so much like drama every year because like someone's project will be like mutually condemned as like even not that good, but like they'll place high for some reason,
I see.
and people will be like super jealous.
Mm.
So it's like really like when people say like MST is toxic, like I genuinely think it is.
Hmm.
But like you can like separate yourself from it. I think it's easy to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just choose not to.
It doesn't get that way in art, does it? There's never any toxicity in art.
I have so many like VA friends, and the teachers, the only bad thing I hear is like how evil some of the teachers are. um yeah.
Well, I definitely think um the art world has a stigma for, at least when you're young. Um, at least when you're young, that you can just do whatever art you want and it's fine, and it let it get like it'll be accepted. And if you so that's kind of hard to break. It's just like, no, I'm doing what I want to do, and it's like, and even if it's good, like you're doing what you want to do, but then like if you haven't studied the masters, then there's really no point in talking to you. Is kind of how like some of the art world is. There's just like yeah, you need that experience. It's certainly a
Wait,
prerequisite.
are you a senior, Moises? Ooh. How is senior year going? I feel like so many people like have senioritis. It's like kind of scary.
You're not allowed to in art. Zero to, I don't know, 4. Yeah, senioritis, it does strike pretty good. It's supposed to, though. It's a good thing. Like it's about to get real bad, because it's a good thing they have all the seniors do their recommendations early in the early in the fall semester, because it trails off. Yeah, second semester will be like, okay, I'm done.
I feel so bad for you guys seniors because like it's your senior year, you can't use your phone, like, and then they canceled the carnival for Red White Week, and it you know it's low key like kind of sad. I feel kind of bad for you guys sometimes.
I think the no phone thing. I don't know about the no phone thing from your all's perspective. No, the carnival's not being rescheduled at all. Sorry.
I don't think they would like reschedule it 2 months later.
Mm-mm. He's like, you brought it up. I've never been. No.
In your 4 years of being here, you've never been?
I can't factor. Well, it's fun. I like throwing the ball at the target to drop a teacher in the water. That's fun. I'll give that a go, even if I'm a teacher. Yeah, I've thought about being the one in the tank though. I did get pie in the face one red white week. That was pretty fun. I forgot who the student was. Be honest, is that bad?
I feel like Miss Moss is there every year, and I feel like kind of bad.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Her class is like okay, chemistry and the things you learn in high school chemistry are not difficult, but the things that she makes you do in that class are difficult. Like naming chemical compounds. They like it's a very easy thing. Um, but she has this thing for MST kids where like she preps us for AP Chem because there's a lot of kids in MST who want to take AP Chem,
Mm.
and so she had this thing where every single week you would have a quiz or two quizzes on just naming compounds, and it would be like 6 questions. So if you had like 2 questions wrong, that would already be like a 60. And it was just like
Awesome.
so it was like just awesome, you know?
Mm-hmm. We have a real doozy coming up with the unit circle next semester.
Oh, no. Are we learning integrals next semester?
No, that's a calculus concept that it's a second semester AB concept.
Okay, because I was scrolling on, I think it was like Instagram Reels, and then I saw something with like trig sub or something, and I asked my friend, I was like, because he's an engineer, and I asked him, I was like, bro, what is trig sub? And I'm like, am I gonna learn it? And he was like, I don't think you're learning trig sub yet. Like, you'll be okay.
No, yeah, you're not. Yeah, that's not for a while. So what we got? 3, 5 halves, -6. Alright. Well, I'll probably end stream here in about 5 minutes. I don't know. You think I should post this or not? You think? I mean, it's gonna be pretty like a bear to like run through some of the long pauses, but it might be worth posting.
I think it might be helpful. You can like cut up the video, and then like when you're doing certain problems, just like you know how you can label certain like parts of the YouTube video.
You're right. I wonder if I can add a.
Like you can do like number 51.
That would be
whatever.
really cool.
And so you can like put on the Google Classroom like in the stream or in the meeting today we did like all these questions. If you have any
Right,
like,
that's
questions
such a
on them,
good
you can
idea.
watch.
I will have to try that. I've never done that, but we'll see if that works for me. If it's not too much of a pain. I'll yeah. It's kind of predictable that this day was gonna happen, but it's all right. Let's see what we got.
They had like a food potluck, and me and my friends were gonna go crash it, but
I know there were some good things
you
happening.
know, they canceled school, and so we're like, oh man, no free food.
Yeah. I know Miss Elliott was excited to have students in discrete teach they wanted school to happen today. They wanted some discrete students to teach the Algebra 2 class. So she was excited for that. So what's this? So this is x squared plus 1 divided by 4 equals y, but only on the domain when x is larger than 0. Yeah. Well, hey, you're back.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing?
I just got done eating. I made me some food, man. It was so good. Had some eggs, sausage, and some rice.
Man, I made my sausage. That sounds good. I made my son a hard-boiled egg, and he said he looked at it. He usually loves it, and he just goes, "No, I don't want it." It's the saddest thing ever.
What we learning about?
Well, we're just we did some difference quotient ones. I am gonna wrap up soon, but you remember the difference quotient ones where you put in like x plus h and all that good stuff, and you try to cancel out a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this actually a student on here was talking about. A student on here was talking about calculus stuff. The difference quotient ends up being the definition of the derivative. So I think that's a powerful thing if you choose to go to the next level of math. Have you guys thought about your next level?
I might just take 111.
That's the college credit one?
Yeah.
I think honors calc would be good for you.
Calculus is hard.
Nah, not honors calc. Not honors calc. If that class exists, I think it would be worth it.
I'll think about it.
But 111's fine too. I just think it's too easy for someone who's been through advanced pre-cal. I mean, but if that's what you, I don't know. It's your senior year, you know. Depends on what you want to accomplish.
What's up?
Depends on what you want to accomplish. Like, I think calculus in college is a little bit easier than calculus for a whole year in high school. But like, I don't know. If you want to do calculus in college, I'd say it's really good to do it in high school with honors calc, at least. But
Mr.
not.
Dre, what do you know about the U of L Calc AB class or like Calc 1?
I've heard of some people doing it and like getting what they're like for Louisville Scholars and doing Calc 1 there. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to do because I wanted college credit for it.
You know, I think I have that reversed in my mind. I think stats, yeah, I do. Stats is a lot easier in college than it is in high school. But I'd say calculus is, yeah, it's a shorter time, like it's only a semester, but it's for sure harder than it is in high school. I had that mixed up. I had stats and calc mixed up. Stats in college is easier. Calculus in college is harder. But okay, yeah. Chat saying 111 is pretty easy. Yeah, who do you know in 111? I'll tell you.
Because I've heard like Mr. Okay, well you're right next door across from him, but I've heard from my friends that like Mr. Purvis is kind of evil sometimes with his Calc BC class.
Yeah, but that's BC.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, that's reasonable, but I've never heard about AB, so I wanted to like, and I don't want to do a test at the end of the year, like I know senioritis is gonna hit so hard, and so then studying for a calc test is gonna be like horrible.
I don't know though, because like calculus is one of those classes where you can just if you just progress throughout the whole year, then you can be good. I don't think you need to cram that much, if that makes any sense. Like you've technically, like other classes where you have to memorize a bunch of stuff, and I don't know, I feel like that they're more work for AP.
I have to scramble a lot for your class.
Scramble, like cram and stuff like that.
Yeah, it gets rough out here.
Yeah, calculus's pace is definitely faster, but that's AB. But honors calculus, you know somebody in this. I'm trying not to name drop. I can put their name in chat.
Name in chat.
I'm trying to put them in YouTube. I think you know this person.
Oh, that's my guy.
Yeah, they're in honors calculus right now, and
Yeah, he said it was easy.
they're crushing it. And yeah, I mean, I'm almost like what your experience is. Your experience is better than theirs. I think. I think you turn in work better. You are here more often. So I'm not trying to knock on this student at all. I think they're great, but yeah, your experience is built to be successful in honors calculus for sure.
I don't got nothing to do in Spanish, man.
Wow, I wish that French was like that.
Y'all see these pillows right here? I got a curtain. It's like my neighbors got some bright lights up, so don't think I'm ghetto or nothing.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Like I'm dodging gun bullets or something.
Hey, I used to put cardboard in my window to block the light because I didn't have a curtain up there, so I understand.
I got a curtain.